Salutation and welcome. This video is about explaining resurrection, soul release. Soul release comes before a release. Soul comes before resurrection in World of Warcraft. The way that resurrection works, in absence of hardcore mode, and for those of you that do not know or have not heard that I play on a roleplay server in this way, this is where you hear that I do in this way. Every character can release their soul. Then you have class like a Death Knight. The thing to wonder, not question, but wonder, then is everyone is that at everyone being able to resurrect or to have their soul release or to come back to life or at full HP after death is able to have this done. First and foremost, let's say that depends on what mirror you want to start at at turning a mirror on itself. It depends on where you want to start at the mirror. So I'm going to do what's most comfortable to me. The spirit healer is able to bring you back clearly for I would say even without clicking on her, to me it's obvious, for a price. At the very least, a conversation. Now, before you get to the spirit healer, World of Warcraft or the game releases your body if you do not press the button. What is going on at this, WHAT, do not combine his word. The thing that is going on in this moment is that the character did this. Even if you just sit there or lay there after dead, the character is doing this. In an event they do this, this has to happen. So, in short, this happened, so this has to happen. It has. So, and then it goes from there. Let's say you don't just get the timer and then they release your body. You click the button, it still becomes that happened, so this has to happen. It is not ever that player did this, so we, World of Warcraft, have to do this. It is never that. There are rules, designs, coding that mandate that this happens because that happened, or so that this happens, so that happens. Now, some force allows every class, excluding the Death Knight, every class, every race, to be able to return to their body. You have two ways to do that. Three, actually. You have three. The spirit healer, walk back to your body, put the legwork in, or someone is able to resurrect you. I'm using advanced years of playing World of Warcraft to tell you this. So then you have the Death Knight. The Death Knight is a person that for some reason was not able to come back after they died. No one could do it. No one could bring them back. Or they couldn't walk back to their body and resurrect. The spirit healer couldn't do it. And then, for some reason, other players or other people were not able to do it, or not able to do it, or rather, someone may not be around that is able to do it. However, you know, like, then comes the Death Knight. There became a person that is not the spirit healer that can go to you and bring you back from the dead. However, unlike walking back to your body or going to the spirit healer, you cannot and do not come back the same way you were. You are now able to walk back to your body the way other people were, and even go to the spirit healer. But you are not the same anymore. You're not going to be the way you were before you initially died. And that is the way that I comprehend every character coming back to life. There is one class that is able to do this themselves, right where they died. I mean, the advantage of this doesn't really make much sense to me, other than the impatient. Because the thing is resurrecting or a release is completely different than healing. See, I have, and you can watch this video, but there is a character and I died at the same exact time. If you were to rewind time and be like, all right, redo. The reason you start, like this is different than healing, okay? So like if you restart and you restart time and we start back at the same exact health, that like the same outcome is going to happen every single time. So I mean, like, a shaman resurrecting right on the spot, after, like, if I had been a shaman and I died at the same exact time as that person and resurrected right there on the spot, right after dying, without having to walk back to my body or talk to the spirit healer, it doesn't change that this has to happen for that to happen. The shaman, as far as I know, does not just automatically come right back to life. It could be that instance. They might not have to press a button at all. I don't know. I haven't played shaman and gotten that far. I just know from seeing shamans, it is a pretty quick action. It doesn't have a significant delay, but it doesn't seem too much faster than you pressing the button to release your spirit. The advances that you gain is that you get to start right where you died at. I mean, in the case of killing that person at the same time, that gives me no advantage. World of Warcraft determined that the damage would, or the rules of World of Warcraft determined that the damage would kill us both at the same time. Now, like, I'm not sure what an auto attack is in a translatable way, but I do not control that at all. I set it in mode, you know, like this happened. So the rules of World of Warcraft that happen happen. So in event I was a shaman and I come back to life right there on the spot, I had more to do, for one, right? So that was not like the end of my journey. Like I was not even, you know, like I was on my way to something else. I was getting things done. I mean, sure, he's dead. But my character's whole existence or life was not purposed to kill him or to, you know, to end that character's life. You could say that the rules of World of Warcraft purpose that my character and his die at the same time. Now, without rewinding time and putting it exactly back to where it was, whatever a resurrect is or a release, it puts you, for whatever reason, at full HP, at full health. Setting things in motion so that they end up the exact same way doesn't bring you back to full HP. So that's primarily just to help people comprehend, you know, for role-playing reasons. Justifying resurrecting, being a little more, you know, patient and stuff like that, or being, you know, more comfortable with resurrecting and stuff like that. To me, that's just the most sound way. I don't have too much to say more than that on this particular topic, but thanks for watching, and this is Great Dark Beyond.